swift loop. Notice I only like built up one side of it. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna delete half of it, and then we're just gonna copy it and attach it. I know I mentioned something like that before. Okay, off to the arms. I'm gonna extrude this guy. Then I'm gonna rotate it out. So this is going to be like the side of the arm here, right? I'm going to stick in 2 edge loops here. I should move these vertices up a bit more. And it's built like this way so that the topology better matches the anatomy of the human body. And also to accommodate for how the human body's movement, how it moves. It's also built like that in order to accommodate for the anatomy and the... What's the term? I don't even know what the correct term is. Kinesiologetics? Well, the way the body moves. And this is where the arm is going to come out. Yeah. Yeah. There's only like so much stuff I can cover in this tutorial. A lot of it is just grunt work. I mean, you've got swift loops, you've got extruding, you can cut edges. I haven't used cutting here though, but the option is there somewhere. And you gotta like modify these polygons so that they better match the shape of wherever it is that you're building. Now when you get like over to like complex angles like this, what you can do is you can use that menu up there in order to modify the orientation of your gizmo. Now notice these 3 different tools, the move, rotate, and scale, they all have their own separate set of orientation. My favorite seems to be either local or screen, I guess. Yeah, screen, the orientation is always relevant to your camera view, the current camera view. And local is like the orientation is based on the on whatever it is that you have selected. But like toggle through them if you're having trouble like moving your stuff around in the direction that you want it to be moved. Like toggle through them. You should be able to find a better angle to like move and rotate by. Shoot, where was I? Yeah. At this juncture in time, I think I've gotten back into like using Max to model with, because for a while there I've been like using like Maya a lot more frequently recently. So I was so accustomed to like the Maya controls, Maya this, Maya that, everything was like Maya, then all of a sudden I'm using Max. It's so confusing. So why don't I just stick to one? Well, how do you know that you're not gonna find yourself in a position doing in a job where they're asking you to like use another application? I'd like to be like accustomed to working with both applications, so I can like accommodate for that kind of an eventuality. I have no idea how this spray paint selection thing got selected, but it got selected anyways. This is actually a pretty cool selection tool too, spray paint one. Okay, like in the previous versions of Max, the default selection thing was a square. So whenever you started up with Max, it was always a square. And if you wanted to use any other selection thing, you'd have to like go over to like the different selection types and change it every time you started up Max. I started up Max and it was already on Marquee, I think, or it was on Circle. Or maybe I like accidentally hit a shortcut and just didn't notice it. Maybe the controls have changed since like version 10 or version 11. Whichever. Well, I'm gonna like put in some more edges to accommodate for the different shape of the arms, and also to accommodate for the bending elbow. I don't quite have enough edges in there. But when you're doing something like arms are like things connecting the arms and the hands and the head can be tricky, because you need the arms and the hands and the head. You need these things. You need their topology to match up. Because if they don't match up, then it's going to be like really hard getting it to like fixing it. But I've run across that problem before, and you know the way these things go. You come across a problem like that, you're not gonna have it again, because you don't want to have it again. Okay, this edge loop, this swift loop should take care of the movement of the elbow. Just position it slightly over there like that. Should be nice. Nice and good and dandy. There we go. Yeah, this swift loop thing is only available when you're outside the levels of the object. I don't understand why that is. It's kind of weird. Whichever. Scale that out. Give him some biceps, some triceps, and some brachialis, lysocysts, and the brachioradialis, and the accommodate for my deltoids and my trapezius, and yeah, there we go. I need to relax these things. I might like take this model into Max just to make sure the shape, the form is like correct. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do.